Wow, so we're finally out west. This is the Manning School right here. Hello everyone. Like my mom says, all good things must come to an end, guys. We're here in the very final parish in the series of discovering Jamaica. The final parish. The very final parish it is, the home of the 7 Mile Beach. The Parish of Westmoreland, guys. Yes, we are here in Westmoreland. And finally, seems like we would have never gotten here, but we are here, and this is the final parish in discovering Jamaica. Joining me here, my very special guest, longtime friend from college too. Yes, and almost all of my friends are from college, but yes, she also was a very, very good friend with me at NCU. She's from Westmoreland. She lives right here in Savanna-la Mar. Yes, girl, we are with Pan. Come on, just now.
Travis, we are here. So if I ever see me coming,
my wonderful and beautiful and petite friend, Lord.
Travis, Lord.
Vasciana Lowe, guys.
Oh my word.
Come here, girl.
Lord, Travis, man, let me drop. Let me drop, Travis.
Girl.
Oh,
what's
wow.
up?
It's so good to see you.
No, look at this, all of this right here. Now, this is what they're talking about when they say saving the best for
Travis,
last.
you're too much.
Vasciana Lowe. I'm a long-time friend at NCU, but we'll talk more about you in your parish, the very final parish.
The very final parish, isn't it?
It's an honor to have you hosting me here.
It's an honor hosting you.
Indeed, it is, Vasciana.
Oh, yes,
well,
bro.
we won't waste much time. We're going to go straight into your parish, the very final parish.
Well, let's
Westmoreland.
go. Indeed,
go,
let's
guys.
go.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you.
Named in honor of Dr. John Drummond in 1703, the parish of Westmoreland was also established in 1703. Westmoreland's highest point is the Buddle Mountain Peak, standing at 701 meters or 420 feet above sea level. Its lowest is along the coast. Westmoreland's largest city and capital is Savanna-la Mar, Jamaica's 10th largest city. The geographical size of Westmoreland is 807 kilometers square or 312 square miles, making it the 8th largest parish in Jamaica. The population of Westmoreland stands at 149,857 residents according to a 2023 data, ranking it 7th in population among all parishes. Westmoreland has a population density of 190 kilometers square or 480 square mile. Westmoreland has its parish shield used by the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. So, Vasciana, girl, how you been doing?
I've been doing well.
My word, I haven't seen you in a long while since we left NC. Well,
it has not been so long.
that is so true. So true indeed. we've met up a few times. I remember coming down here in Sav for us to have
Yes.
lunch and, you know, go on excursions and all of that.
I remember.
But it has been like, the last time I saw you was back in last year in 2022,
Yes.
so it hasn't been a long time. Vasciana.
Yes.
Wow, Vasciana. Vasciana Lowe, tell us about yourself. What are you doing these days and how are things with you? Tell the people about yourself. Let them know a little about
What
you.
Vasciana is doing these days? Well,
Yes.
what I do? Well, first of all, I'm Vasciana Lowe. I
Yes,
live here in
yes.
Savanna-la Mar. I'm a Westmorelite.
Proud Westmorelite?
Yes, proud.
Oh,
proud
she's
Westmorelite.
proud.
Yes.
Indeed.
And I'm a makeup artist. I'm a makeup artist,
Yes.
and I also am an entrepreneur. What I do is I own my own makeup company,
Okay.
so I
Interesting.
manufacture and distribute lots of cosmetic goods and so forth, like lipsticks and eyeliners and you name it.
Wow,
All
lovely,
the makeup
Vasciana.
lines you can think of.
Have no man things
so
too?
it
No.
is a company that caters mostly for
All
women.
right.
We have some men things too, but it
Yes.
caters mostly for women. And I'm the founder and the director of that company. His name is L&C's
For sure.
For Cure.
You're sure?
Love it. L&C's for sure
Okay.
for Cure. That's the name of the
for
group.
sure.
Myself and my brother co-own that company.
Oh,
So yes, we're doing
interesting.
pretty good. We have locations here in Sav. We have also a location in Mandeville, and we're also trying to open up one in Kingston. So
All
that's where
right.
it is right now for me.
All right, Vasciana, it's good to know that you have a store in Mandeville because I can, you know, direct customers to your store. So that's a good thing right there. And also here, I mean, I'm an island wide. Yes. Anywhere they are, I will
All
direct them to
right,
you.
I'm open.
But yes,
I'm
we're going to go
open.
into the history of Westmoreland. And
Yes.
Westmoreland history is rich, you know. Yes, for a parish with a population of its size, it's very rich in history. It's also a
I tell
tourism
you.
parish. So, you know,
Rich
there's got to be a lot to talk about. So, Vasciana, we're going to go
Yes,
into the history, and
Travis.
when we come back, you're going to take us
Okay,
into
all right.
the
Okay.
geography of
Well,
Westmoreland.
let us go indeed. I'm ready for it.
Indeed, girl. The earliest inhabitants in the parish of Westmoreland were the Arawak and Kiboni Indians. The Kiboni were the first to arrive from the coast of South America around 500 BC, known as cave dwellers. They lived along the cliffs of Negril, the labyrinth of cave and passageways beneath what is now the ex-Tabi Hotel in Negril are one of the first known settlements of Kiboni Indians in Jamaica. Christopher Columbus stopped at what became Westmoreland on his second voyage when he landed in Jamaica. One of the first Spanish settlements was also built at present-day Bluefields in the parish. The English took control of the island from Spanish rule in 1655. Colonists named the parish Westmoreland in 1703, for it was the most westerly point of the island. In 1730, Savanna-la Mar, a coastal port, was designed to replace Banbury as the capital of the parish. A fort was built in the 1700s to defend the port against pirates. The plains of Westmoreland were densely populated with sugar plantations, and by the time of Taki's War, Westmoreland had about 15,000 slaves laboring on more than 600 sugar plantations, many of them owned by leading men of the island such as William Beckford and Arthur Forrest. The name Westmoreland appears to stem from Dr. Drummond, who has several plantations on the island, foremost being the Drummond Estate plus vast lands at Savanna-la Mar, which had been owned by his pirates. In 1938, riots at the Froome Sugar Estate changed the course of Jamaica's history. In wake of these riots, the legislature passed legislation for universal adult suffrage in 1944, as well as new constitution, which was approved by the Crown. This put Jamaica on the road to self-government and eventually independence. The two national heroes, Sir Alexander Bustamante and Norman Washington Manley, emerged as political leaders during this time.
The parish of Westmoreland, home of the 7 Miles, is located on the southwestern coast of Jamaica, between the parishes of St. Elizabeth to the east and Hanover to the north. Westmoreland is located in the county of Cornwall, which it shares with 4 other parishes. And these parishes are St. Elizabeth to the east, Trelawney to the far northeast, St. James to the northeast, and Hanover to the north. Westmoreland has 3 neighboring parishes. These parishes are St. Elizabeth to the east, St. James to the northeast, and Hanover to the north. Westmoreland has 3 mountain ranges. These are the Bottles Mountains in the east, the Amity Mountains in the north, sharing with the parish of Hanover, and the Paul Island Mountain in the west also shares with the parish of Hanover. The parish of Westmoreland has 6 major rivers, and these are the Robbins River in the east, the Petersfield River in the center, the Cabarita, Ticket, and Morgan's Rivers also in the center of the parish, the New Savannah River, and the Negril River in the west. There is also the Great Georges Plain sitting in the center of the parish, the 2nd largest plain in Jamaica. For this video, we divide Westmoreland into 3 regions: Eastern Westmoreland, Central Westmoreland, and Western Westmoreland, just like the constituency borders.
Yes, for real indeed. Just like the constituency borders.
Yes,
so Westmoreland
Travis.
is this parish where it's like have a little bit of hills and flat in the south. Yeah, but it's a green parish. It stays green, and it's always lush and green just the same.
Oh yes,
even though it's
Westmoreland
flat.
has a magic touch as just staying green all the time, all year round. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's one of my. It is one of my favorite parishes, especially the
I wouldn't doubt you for once.
Mile Beach, all of those white stamp on in the grill. Trust me, I
Everybody
love
loves
it.
Negril.
Love it so
like
much.
such a famous place.
That's right, Tommy. You need to go down there. I can lift you up on the beach
Ah,
like this, yes?
Oh my God.
Yo.
You're going to put me in trouble in a Travis. You're going to put me in trouble.
Really? Oh my God, to put you in trouble now.
You're touching people's property like that.
I don't know, just hear the city. We never know. You're married?
No, Travis, I'm not married.
So if you're not married, then I can't trust you. You have a boyfriend? I'm in a relationship?
I'm kind of taken if you want to put it that way. It's kind of complicated, but you know.
So I'm jealous?
People get jealous.
Oh.
Gotta be careful
Okay,
on national TV.
My. Alright, well, me never know all of them. If
you didn't come a serve more often, you would have known. Oh,
me, if you come a serve, make man beat me up. You're crazy. You think you're make man feel me over you?
Well, I'm sure you can fight time. Look at them.
Eastern Westmoreland coming up, guys. If you're from Eastern Westmoreland, your region is coming up. The town of White House in Eastern Westmoreland, with a population of approximately 3,000 people, is Jamaica's #1 resort town on the south coast. Even though small and kind of unnoticeable on map, White House is mostly known for its popular Sandals chain resort, Sandals White House, one of the largest properties within the Sandals Resort Chain International. Other attractions such as Sandsand Beach and Sorrel Bay Retreat can also be found in White House. About 9 miles northwest of White House is Bluefields. Bluefields is home to a population 2,978 residents. Bluefield is a small coastal village in southeastern Westmoreland. Bluefields is home to the Shafton Great House, and just south of Bluefield in the community of Belmont is the Peter Tosh Memorial. Small resorts can also be found in Bluefield, like the Luna Sioux Inn, the Blue Ocean Sands Lounge Restaurant and Bar, and the Bluefields Bay Guest House.
Home to a population of 2,300 residents, Darlaston in eastern Westmoreland is a hilly and quiet community. Darlaston is home to the Maud McLeod High School. About 8 miles north of Darlaston is Betheltown. Betheltown is home to a population of 4,198 residents according to a 2023 data. This small village in northeastern Westmoreland, just 4 miles south of the Hanover border, is the site of a former political riots back in 1938. It is also a former slave village. And that's it for Betheltown and Eastern Westmoreland for you, Travis. It's back to you.
Done already?
You better believe it, Travis.
Mr. I can't believe it's like the shortest region in the history of discovering Jamaica that I've been to. Well, otherwise from the Eastern St. Mary region. I remember that one. So, yeah, my good friend, what's her name? Damilia. She presented that region over in the St. Mary episode. I think that was the smallest, was the shortest region.
I see.
But this one made history for so many places covered in one region, and it's so short. It's four villages that we covered.
Well, you better believe it, Travis, because you have to understand that these villages, even though they are a lot, Westmoreland seems to have a lot of these.
You indeed know what I'm talking about, Vasciana.
Yeah, they're really not large. There's nothing much about them. You know? There's really nothing much going on for them. Yeah, it's just that they have quite a few people in it, but you know.
I see. Yes. Speaking of that, I remember a little bit. I remember a little.
Yeah, that must remember that.
Back in college.
You're talking about this.
See, there, see.
Yeah.
See yourself, girl.
You may be our little Travis, but with a cowl.
You certainly don't rock that waistline, girl.
Yeah.
Indeed, you are, Vasciana. Well, we're gonna talk money now, guys. The money part is coming up right now. Yes, for Westmoreland. You just can't ignore the fact that tourism is Westmoreland's main industry. It's all over the parish. It's noticeable in White House to Negril to Little London. Tourism plays a vast role in the economy of Westmoreland. With the White Sands 7-mile beach of Negril to the White Sands of White House, tourism is #1 on the list here in Westmoreland. Westmoreland is also known for community tourism. Villages such as Little London, Petersfield, and Betheltown has a major role to play in community tourism. Major attractions such as the Blue Hole Mineral Spring, the Mary Gate of Heaven Catholic Church, Bluefields Beach, Roaring River and Cave, Royal Palm Reserve, the 7-mile beach of Negril, Booby Cay, Bloody Bay, Long Bay Beach Park, and Joseph's Cave are some of the major and fun attractions within Westmoreland. Tourism pumps 40% GDP into the economy of Westmoreland.
Sugar is the second largest industry in Westmoreland. The Frome Sugar Factory is known to be one of the factories that produces the most sugar. With the flat farmlands of the Georges Plain, Westmoreland has been able to grow a lot of sugarcanes for decades. Sugar pumps 14% into the economy of Westmoreland.
Believe it or not, the parish of Westmoreland is home to major manufacturing companies in the foods department. Yes, major companies such as Easy Spice, Stanmark Processors Company Limited, Jamaica Spice and Preservatives Limited, Darlaston Factory, Canada Process Jamaica. There's also R&D Industries, and also a manufacturing plant for Grace Company Limited. Manufacturing pumps a whopping 20% to the economy of Westmoreland.
Other industries in Westmoreland, such as agriculture, fisheries, and aggregates, altogether pumps 45% into the Westmoreland economy.
The island of Jamaica has T, A, B, and C coded roads. In the parish of Westmoreland, there is A, B, and C. There are 2 A roads in Westmoreland. The A2 enters the parish from St. Elizabeth in Paradiso or Sandy Ground through White House, due northwest through to Belmont and Bluefields, into Ferris Cross, and into Wakefield and Savanna-la Mar, Lewis Street and Darling Street, then head west to Little London as the Little London Main Road, west through New Hope, all the way to Negril, where it meets the A1 at the Negril roundabout. The A1 enters the parish from Hanover and meeting the A2 in Negril.
The B7 enters the parish from Hanover in Betheltown, due south as the Betheltown Main Road, all the way south through Lemingham, all the way to the St. Elizabeth border near Newmarket. The B8, also like the B7, enters the parish from Hanover through Haddle, Witham, and Galloway, through Carmel, all the way to Ferris Cross, where it meets the A2.
And just like the others, the B9 enters the parish from Hanover, just east of Glasgow, all the way to Grangehill, where it curves east through Frome, then south through George's Plain, all the way to Savanna-la Mar, where it meets the A2. In Savanna-la Mar, it becomes Great Georgia Street. There are about 15 C-coded roads webbed out across this map in green.
There are currently no rail service or no international airport in Westmoreland. However, the Negril Airdrome in neighboring Hanover serves the Negril area with domestic flights from Montego Bay and Kingston. The parish capital, Savanna-la Mar, is Westmoreland's main transportation commuter hub, connecting passengers from other parts of Jamaica such as Montego Bay and even within Negril itself, as well as far as Mandeville and Kingston. Central Westmoreland.
And now we're in your hometown, Vasciana.
Boy, I tell you, yes, my hometown, yes. Travis.
Home to a population of 16,553 residents, according to a 2023 data. Savanna-la Mar, or SAV, is the 10th largest city in Jamaica and the largest city in the parish of Westmoreland. It is also the capital for the parish of Westmoreland. Savanna-la Mar, Sav-la Mar, Sav, in English, Plains by the Sea, is one of Jamaica's most historic major towns. Originally established as a settlement in Spanish Jamaica in 1780, the town was completely destroyed by a powerful hurricane known as the Savanna-la Mar Hurricane. It was rebuilt as a port, was important to the Atlantic slave trade as well as sugar trade. After Great Britain abolished slavery in 1833 and before the abolition of slavery in the United States in 1865, officials of the Caribbean colonies would sometimes order the examination of enslaved people that were held captive on American ships that come to its Caribbean ports. They were choose between staying in the colony and working to gain their freedom or remain captive on ship sailing to the United States. In cases of the Enterprise at Bermuda in 1835 and the Creole of Nassau in 1841 to 1842, a total of more than 200 enslaved people gained freedom by means unknown. And we're not going to go too much into the history of Savanna-la Mar. You can catch that. If you want to know the history of Sav, you can catch that on Jamaicans This Top Tier, the Sav-la Mar edition with Ava K. McIntyre. It's right there below. The link is right there below. You can check it out right there and to get to know more about the history of Savanna-la Mar. Today, Savanna-la Mar is a major commuter and shopping hub with lots of eateries, banks, supermarket, wholesales, and many more. Savanna-la Mar is also the largest town outside of the Kingston metropolitan area, which includes Kingston, Portmore, and Spanish Town. This town is the largest town outside of that area with a street gridded system. It is also one of 3 cities in Jamaica with a downtown. Believe it or not, there is a downtown Savanna-la Mar. Yes, it is also home to one of the longest streets in Jamaica, which is Great Georgia Street. Even though not home to a based university campus, Savanna-la Mar is home to the University of the West Indies Open Campus Mona. It is also home to a campus for the International University of the Caribbean, IUC, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, the Caribbean Wesleyan College, and Cornwall Wesleyan College. Savanna-la Mar is home to 3 high schools, namely the Manning High School, which you're right now in front of.
Oh, yes!
One of the most prestigious high school in Jamaica, your alma mater, Vasciana, and we'll come back to you on that.
I can't wait.
It is also home to the Savanna-la Mar High School, and the Godfrey Stewart High School.
And I know you're going to ask me which year I graduated. So
You're watching the program,
I
of course.
graduated in 2005.
Ah.
Yes, the Manning School. and for correction, it's not Manning's High School.
Oh,
okay?
my
It's
bad.
Manning's
Yes, Manning School. Yes.
That's right.
Yes, that makes it special
That's what
indeed.
makes it special from all the other schools
Indeed.
across Jamaica.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry to all the Manning sides.
Yes, and I left for
NCU.
in Northern Caribbean University. I graduated in what year was it?
2010, man. This is the time we graduate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And that
This is where I got
dance.
the dance from, right here at Manning's.
Yes.
Yes, right there. Walking, I can't forget walking through those doors in the evening. Oh my gosh, memories. But I still work here though. I do still teach here, so.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I'm still a part of the family.
The dance. All right. You, Vasciana. Go, girl.
Oh wow, Travis.
Yes, so now that we've covered the capital, Sav, tell them about Petersfield.
Petersfield. Yes, let's go, guys. Home to a population of 2,252 residents. According to a 2023 data, Petersfield in central Westmoreland is a small town with a rich history. The town was founded in the 18th century and named after Peter Beckford, a slave owner who settled the Roaring River estate. Petersfield was a dormitory community for workers on that estate. To the south of the town's main junction lies a neighborhood locally called Karawina, which was the original name given to the plantation which preceded it. According to an estate record proved in 1723, the original owner of the land that would be called Karawina was Roland Williams of Glamorgan, west of present-day Cardiff. The name Karawina given to the estate highly suggests its founders were of Welsh origin. Today, Petersfield is a one-street town with a community health center at one end and a cemetery at the other. It is the home of many workers at the Froome Sugar Estate, as well as other business people with interest in the nearby coastal cities of Savanna-la Mar, Negril, and even Montego Bay to the north in St. James. The reggae artist Winston Hubert McIntosh was born in Petersfield. He later changed his name to Peter Tosh, naming himself after his birth town after living in Kingston. To the northeast of Petersfield is the major tourist attraction, the Roaring River and Cave. Petersfield is known to the Petersfield High School.
Just to the north of Savanna-la Mar and about 9 miles northwest of Petersfield is Frome and Georges Plain. Now these two towns combined are home to an estimated population of just over 2,000 residents. The town of Georges Plain obviously was named after the plain in which the area sits on, the Georges Plain. As for Frome, Frome is home to the Froome Sugar Estate as well as the Frome Technical High School. Home to a population of nearly 8,000 residents according to a 2023 data, Grange Hill in the hills of Westmoreland is a calm and quiet town. This town is known to being the crossroads of the B8 and the B9. Grange Hill is home to the Grange Hill High School. And that's it for Central Westmoreland.
And that's it for part 1 as well.
You know, Vasciana.
Yes.
Yes, that's where we ended.
Yes, guys,
Indeed.
this is where we ended for part 1.
It was indeed an epic episode, Vasciana.
What an episode it was.
Your parish.
Going through Eastern Westmoreland and Central Westmoreland. Yes.
Indeed, and we've been through the history,
yes,
the geography,
yes, indeed,
and transport and infrastructure.
We've also been through the economy and
what?
Travis, you know, easy enough.
That's it. So for part 2, guys, we're going to go through the friends and rivals. We're going to go through the religion of Westmoreland. We're going to tell you about the people of Westmoreland. All that's coming up for part 2 right now. We need to go to a dance. Ready for dance of a star, my girl?
Yes.
Ready?
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Oh, she ready? I'm ready to dance with the people now.
We're ready now.
Yes. Vasciana. Whoa.
could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do. Staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with you. Be with you. Be with you.
Yes, girl, you know the moves.
Oh Lord, feels
Boy, I
so
tell
wonderful.
you, belong to dancing to it. Oh my, such a renewed spirit.
It's my pleasure, bro. I always like dance with you.
Me, I always love dance with you too.
If there's that one thing we got in common.
You see, Bash, we have that in common at least.
Boy, I tell you.
Yes, oh Lord, Bash, she's such a wonderful. Thanks for having. It was such a really it was really good having you, Bash.
It was my pleasure.
You'll be back for part 1, part 2, right? You will be back for part 2.
Yes,
we're going to
yes,
grill.
indeed.
Part
Part
2
2 it is.
We're going to Negro.
Yes.
Yes, the one
On
that
the
is
grill
7 mile
indeed.
deep.
Oh, you mean?
Enjoy some of those white sands down there. So join us then. Part 2
Yes,
is coming
indeed.
up. Well, that's it, guys. That's it for Discovering Jamaica. Westmoreland Part 1. This is the final parish. And yes, we're coming back for Part 2 in the grill. We're here at Sandals White House. Or they call it Sandals South Coast,
It is
right? That's the
Sandals
proper name.
South
It's not
Coast.
Sandals
Yes.
White House. It's located in White House, but
Yes.
it's called Sandals South Coast. I remember when just opened.
I remember that too, Travis. They changed that part of it.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks, Vasciana.
It was a
We'll be
pleasure.
back for part 2.
Westmore.
Until then,
Yes.
have fun, guys. This has been Discovering Jamaica, where we get facts and details of all 14 parishes. Join us for part 2 as we continue to discover the final parish, the home of the 7 Mile Westmoreland.